Transformations and similar shapes share a habit of costing marks through omission, not through wrong thinking. A rotation described with the angle right and the direction right, but the center left out entirely, and that alone is enough to lose the mark. A single transformation that should map one shape onto another, described instead as two transformations combined. A natural way to think about it, and worth 0 marks anyway, not partial credit. A volume scale factor confused with a length scale factor when they are related by a completely different power, and an enlarged shape with its angles wrongly assumed to have grown along with everything else. 4 separate places where precision decides the mark, not understanding. Take your time with this one. Let's start with the 4 transformations and the one habit that connects all of them, never describing a transformation halfway. A rotation needs 3 separate pieces of information every time: the center of rotation, the angle, and the direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Leave out the center and rotate it 90 degrees clockwise isn't a complete description, no matter how correct those 2 words are. An enlargement needs 2 pieces: the center of enlargement and the scale factor. State the scale factor alone, and the position of the enlarged shape is still entirely undetermined. A translation needs the full vector, both the horizontal and the vertical component, together, not one on its own. And a reflection needs the actual mirror line stated precisely. Reflected on its own says nothing. It has to be reflection in a specific name line, like the x-axis or y equals x. 4 different transformations, 1 shared rule. Name the type, and then give every single piece of information that type requires, not just the parts that feel obvious. Now, the single most consistently recurring pattern across every exam report on this topic. When a question asks for the single transformation that maps one shape onto another and the student describes it as 2 transformations combined instead, it's an entirely natural way to think about it. A shape often does look like it's been reflected and then slid across. But if the question asks specifically for the single transformation, a correct sounding pair of transformations doesn't answer that question. It scores 0 for that part, not half credit, even when the 2 transformations described would genuinely produce the exact same final image. The fix is almost always to look again for one transformation that does the whole job at once. Very often, a rotation, when reflection plus translation was the first instinct. Read exactly how many transformations the question is actually asking for before deciding how many to describe. Now, a completely different topic, but the same instinct to oversimplify shows up again: similar shapes and scale factors. If the length scale factor between 2 similar shapes is k, the area scale factor is k squared, and the volume scale factor is k cubed, not k, for all 3. Double every length, and the area doesn't double. It quadruples. The volume doesn't double either. It becomes 8 times as large. Mixing these up or applying the length scale factor directly to an area or a volume is the single most common error on this topic, and the relationship holds in reverse too. Given a volume ratio, take the cube root to recover the length ratio rather than trying to reconstruct actual measurements from scratch. One last precision point, and it's a genuine misconception, not just a slip. What happens to angles under an enlargement? Enlargement changes size. Every length scales by the scale factor. It does not change shape, and it does not change angles. The interior angles of an enlarged shape are always identical to the original, no matter how large or small the scale factor is. An enlarged triangle that looks more stretched out hasn't had its angles distorted at all. Only a non-uniform stretch, a completely different transformation, would do that. Quick practice first. State the 3 pieces of information you must give to fully describe a rotation: the center of rotation, the angle of rotation, and the direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now, a full exam-style question, tying together everything in this lesson. Part A, a rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the point 1. 2 is applied to a shape. A student describes this transformation as simply 90 degrees anti-clockwise. State what's missing from their description. Part B. A shape is reflected and then translated to reach its final image, but a single transformation would achieve exactly the same result. Explain why describing it as reflection then translation would not earn full marks if the question specifically asks for the single transformation. Part EC. Two similar solids have a length scale factor of 3. The smaller solid has a volume of 20 cubic centimeters. Calculate the volume of the larger solid. Part D. A triangle is enlarged by scale factor 2. State what happens to its side lengths and separately to its interior angles. Part A. The center of rotation is missing. The point 1, 2 must be stated, not just the angle and direction. Part B. The question asks specifically for the single transformation. Describing two separate transformations doesn't answer that question, even though the final image is identical. It scores 0 for that part, not partial credit. Part C. The volume scale factor is 3 cubed, which is 27. 20 times 27 is 540 cubic centimeters. And part D. The side lengths double since the scale factor is 2. But the interior angles stay exactly the same. Enlargement never changes an angle. So, 4 ideas, all about giving the full description, not the partial one. Every transformation needs every piece of information its type requires. Rotation needs center, angle, and direction. Enlargement needs center and scale factor. When a question asks for the single transformation, describing 2 instead scores 0. However correct each one sounds on its own. Similar shapes. Length scale factor k, area k squared, volume k cubed, never the same power for all 3. An enlargement never changes an angle, only size. I've put all 4 in the notes. Revise it on StudyRevise while it's fresh.